is WWP Weekly Wrestling Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Shizuoka, Japan, weighing in at 218 pounds, Takaaki Watanabe!
And James, if what you have seen already tonight wasn't enough, we now have Takaaki Watanabe going one-on-one with a knockout artist, Chris Hero.
And the fans still showing respect for Watanabe even after the way Chris Hero was eliminated at Gold.
You know what, James, I tried to get a word with Watanabe earlier today, and I'm trying to figure out a diplomatic way to say this, but he is not a nice man.
I told you to screw off.
Well, he used a little bit more colorful language, but...
Speaking of the knockout artist.
And his opponent, from Metropolis, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the knockout artist, Chris Hero!
And now Chris Hero makes his way to the ring. Is he wearing a hood?
Chris Hero sporting some new headgear.
Trying to play some mind games perhaps with Watanabe.
Yeah, the intimidation factor.
And Chris Hero has a bone to pick with Watanabe.
Maybe playing into the fact that he was robbed of his chance at the World Championship.
It was that low blow from Watanabe that cost Chris Hero that title. That mask being worn by Chris Hero, that's a scary looking mask.
Yeah. You ever see that movie, The Purge?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
What an intense stare down this is. Oh! And Chris Hero wasting little time. This match is a month in the making. Chris Hero has been seething at the opportunity.
I'll say visibly upset in how he's handled the opening of this match.
Ever since losing that, wow, what a pump kick.
Watanabe's head is in the 4th row, ladies and gentlemen.
Ever since losing that finals for the Smash Wrestling Championship, Chris Hero has been counting down the days until today, until rival schools. A big Twitter feud between Chris Hero and Watanabe.
Smart move by Watanabe.
He's trying to create some space. He's under an onslaught of attack from Chris Hero in the early goings of this match. Watanabe in no hurry to get back in the ring.
Would you be?
No. Well, Chris Hero says, if you're not gonna come in, I'm gonna come to you. Oh, Watanabe with a kick right to the gut. That one's gonna spark. Oh, and then he hits a face off the ring apron. Watanabe now stalking Chris Hero.
You know, we've talked about this on the podcast, Scott. Smash Wrestling Podcast, which is available on iTunes. Chris Hero feels like Watanabe stole something from him. He feels like he came into his house. and he disrespected him. He called Smash Wrestling his home in the North.
I'd say Chris Hero has definitely made Smash Wrestling his home to the North. But so has Watanabe in a very short period of time.
For sure.
Oh, beautiful senton there from Chris Hero.
I mean, not looking too far ahead, but we know Watanabe will be back July 20th for Smash-a-Palooza.
A big announcement that was Watanabe. Smash-a-Palooza, he'll be going one-on-one with Christopher Daniels.
Well, that's if he makes it out alive against Chris Hero.
Man, he'll be making his Smash Wrestling debut. Very excited to see him. But you're right, James. We can never look past the knockout artist, Chris Hero.
Well, yeah, one look the wrong way and you're eating an elbow.
Or 7. Watanabe now. Oh, there's a punt right in the face. Nothing pretty, nothing fancy about that one. Watanabe not afraid to win ugly. We saw that back at Gold.
Also a very well-versed mat technician in his own right. Watanabe looking for a surfboard.
He's got to get that other arm though, James. All in there, he's got it now.
Are we going to see it?
Just ripping away the arms. Chris Hero trying to fight out of it. Oh, Watanabe now. Oh, just plants him face first in the mat.
All the momentum Chris Hero was using to try and break the hold turned against him.
That's right, because his hands were behind his back, there was nothing to break his fall. Smart maneuver by Takaaki Watanabe. Watanabe now climbing that middle rope. He's biting him! James, he's biting him!
Is he biting him? I know that's what you said, I don't believe it. Wait, I think he just spit out a piece of Chris Hero. That's disgusting.
Watanabe doing his best Mike Tyson impression. And I think he's going to go for a brainbuster now, James. No language barrier on that one. Chris Hero, though, wisely dropping to a knee because he knows a brainbuster's coming as well.
Yeah, if I hear brainbuster, that's where I'm going.
He's lowering his center of gravity to block the lifting attempt from Watanabe there. Oh, what a knee! Knee right to the jaw. Roll up pin, 1, 2, and no.
Nice snap into a...
So Hero saw the opportunity to go for a pin there. And whenever you're in there with some of the caliber of Takaaki Watanabe, if there's even a small chance you might win the match, you take it. Because if you don't, he will make it pay. Up and over goes Chris Hero.
Our photographer almost ate Chris Hero's entire body, but didn't.
Showing his quickness.
Yes, he did.
Watanabe now stalking Chris Hero, who's down and hurt on the outside. Watanabe just stole a chair from a fan, and that fan paid for that seat. This is not a no disqualification match.
No, it's not.
Oh, hang on now. Jimmy Corderas preoccupied with one chair. Watanabe using that right to the face. Right to the face. Those fans paid good money for those seats. The referee, Jimmy Corderas, didn't see it. And now Watanabe standing with all of his weight on Chris Hero. Now rolling Chris Hero in the ring. Has the damage been done? 1, 2, and no. Chris Hero getting that shoulder up. Now Watanabe putting all of his weight on top of Chris Hero. And he still kicks out.
You gotta think that Watanabe, in his head, knows that pinning Chris Hero twice in a row is monumental.
Well, that's right. You want to make a statement here in Smash Wrestling. But this is only our second time seeing Watanabe, but 2 victories over Chris Hero.
And you got, like, you've asked me this before. The winner of this match, I mean, when we go back and talk with the rest of the Smash Wrestling management team, the winner of this match has to at least be considered the #1 contender for the Smash Championship.
I agree, James. I mean, everyone we've seen here tonight, I think, has to be considered a contender for the Smash Wrestling Championship.
They're making it very difficult on me, and I kind of hate them for it.
I do not envy your position right now, James. But Takaaki Watanabe...
We'll deal, don't worry.
Takaaki Watanabe, that chair shot was the turning point of this matchup. And now is he calling for an elbow? Oh! Beautiful Yakuza kick.
Very appropriate.
On Hero! With a head of momentum. Oh, and a huge chop. And another one. Oh, and a boot to the face with a pump kick. And Watanabe's had enough. Oh!
Another one.
Chris Hero's gonna kick him anyway. Chris Hero has a thought.
Move out of the way.
Oh, Chris Hero, noticing Watanabe moved out of the way the last second, able to hang on. Oh, there's a drop kick right through the ropes.
And the crowd loving Chris Hero's efforts right now. Straight to the jaw.
What a match being put on display here. And that's what the talent does here in Smash Wrestling, constantly challenging each other to step up their game.
Oh, it's push, 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 push.
Every time you're in Smash, you want to be that match of the night. And Chris Hero Watanabe are trying to put in their bid.
Watanabe seeking refuge in the lap of a fan.
Watanabe wants to go home. Big chop there from Hero.
I'm surprised he hasn't pulled out his phone and looked for the first flight back. He's taking so many kicks.
Oh, wow!
Right to the back of the head.
That was dangerous. There were all kinds of fans in the way there. And now Hero sending Watanabe back into the ring.
Fan lost their tasty beverage.
And they're
worth it. That's what you get. You sit front row at a Smash Wrestling event.
Oh! What an elbow from Chris Hero. Oh! He's out.
He's out cold.
2. What?
Watanabe just kicked out.
Chris Hero just hit Watanabe with a roaring elbow. As hard as I've ever seen him hit anybody. And it wasn't enough. Oh, there goes the elbow pad. Now it's going to be bare bone on face. If you're at home, I don't recommend trying what that feels like.
This has bad news written all over it for Watanabe.
He's setting him up. Watanabe fights out of it though.
Hangs Chris Hero in the top turnbuckle.
Now here he goes, climbing up to the top himself. Big time clothesline. Sending Chris Hero up on his head. 2 and no. And James, look at the way Watanabe goes for the cover. He sits on Chris Hero when he does it, putting all of his body weight on top.
All his weight to try and secure the victory. Smart man. And he's not afraid to let us know it either.
No, definitely not. And Chris Hero again wisely dropping down to a knee, lowering that center of gravity, making it difficult for Watanabe to pick him up. Oh, an elbow-knee combination. Watanabe blocks that elbow, hits one of his own. He just hit Hero with his own move.
There it is, that slingshot back suplex.
1, 2, and no. Chris Hero has just kicked out of Watanabe's finisher. Both these men refusing to lose right now. But Watanabe showing a little bit of attitude right now. Just looks like a lion playing with its food.
Very disrespectful.
Oh, Chris Hero spattered in his face. You want to talk about disrespectful? Oh, they just elbowed each other in the face. They might both be out.
My mind is blown right now.
The universe might have just imploded. I don't know if we're still on the air. When elbows collide, that's what happens. Senior official Jimmy Corderas now at a count of 5.
One of these men's gonna have to get up.
Both trying to get back to a vertical base. And both flopping back down to the mat. Count of 9. They're both back up though. How close is that, James? And I'm glad they both got up because I do not want this match to end on a double countout. Oh, wow!
Well, it's not gonna end on a double countout like that.
How is Watanabe still standing after that? And both these men
He has a steel
leaning
jaw.
on each other for support. Both on wobbly legs. Watanabe will be out on his feet here. Oh! Oh, hang on now. Oh, there's a low blow!
Not again!
Not this way! 2! Oh, Chris Hero kicked out. And now Watanabe's incensed. He's bullying Jimmy Corderas in the corner.
Somebody better clear some ice for Chris Hero.
Now Watanabe hitting that low blow for a second time, turning back the clock a little bit. This time though, Chris Hero able to get that arm up. Oh my God! Oh, and another accuser kick. Oh, he's out! He's out!
He's out!
1, 2, 3!
What a match, Scott! What a match!
Match after match, these guys are delivering here in Smash Wrestling on the big stage here at Rival Schools. What a night this has been.
Wow!
Chris Hero has just avenged his only loss here in Smash. Undefeated in one-on-one competition with an emphatic victory, knocking out Watanabe. And James, we might just have to get someone to check on Watanabe. He's showing some signs of life now. Chris Hero, cooler heads prevail.
Taking the high road.
What a match. Your winner, Chris Hero. Headbutt from Gulag. Oh, we've seen this before from Fourth Gun. Looking for that double power bomb. There's gonna be curtains if they hit it. But both David Richards and Eddie Edwards able to reverse
double
it.
small package.
A couple of single leg Boston grabs.
This has got to be all.
They can make both members of Fourth Gun tap here. Those are in deep. Oh, they're helping each other out. Adding to the leverage put on into those half grabs. Oh,
no.
Come on. Derek. ruining what was a perfectly good match. Oh, take out Tarek.
The following is brought to you by the Shining Wizards Network, home to many great podcasts, including Neckbreaker, 2.5 Wrestlers, The Midnight Jury, Pro Wrestling 101, Turnbuckle Throwbacks, Apex Radio, and of course, The Shining Wizards. Available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boo, and at ShiningWizardsNetwork.com.
For coming to the Any Given Sunday 3 Fan Fest. For those of you who may not know who I am the Managing Director of Smash Wrestling, James Keith. And if you don't know who this gentleman is, there's the door, because this is world-renowned senior Smash Bishop, Jimmy Cortez.
Thank you.
This guy just settled.
Yep, knock him out. There you go.
So, I don't know, how many of you guys watch SmashTV? We do it on Wednesdays. So, what we're going to do today is we have, Jimmy and I have a little segment on SmashTV called Jimmy and Jimmy. And basically what we do is we talk about all sorts of things across professional wrestling. It doesn't have to be Smash. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. And I like to get his point of view because he's been there and done that. Seen it all, took a move from the Undertaker at WrestleMania, so... I'm going to throw out a couple topics and we're going to discuss it a little bit. And then, by all means, guys, when we're done a topic, I would love to hear, if you guys want to hear anything from Jimmy's point of view, we'll take your questions too, because it is interactive. We only have 5 minutes? We only have 5 minutes.
Don't make it quick.
So...
No pressure!
No pressure.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Alright, so I don't know if you guys have, you've probably heard, but Samoa Joe recently went to Ring of Honor. So, what I wanted to ask Jimmy today is I've heard that Samoa Joe is friends with a certain 3-lettered WWE professional office guy, Triple H. So what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on, like, apparently the rumor is that he does a Ring of Honor, like, you know, like a farewell tour, yeah, a comeback farewell tour, and then he's going straight to NXT. Because he's boys. Wrong house. But what are your thoughts on that? Apparently he's boys with Triple H, so...
To be totally honest, like with everything, you know, rumors are rumors, and until they're proven to be fact, I really don't like to speculate too much. But as far as Samoa Joe goes, obviously a very, very good talent, would fit in very well with NXT. As you know, NXT has, as WWE's developmental system, is actually kind of their own separate little brand, catering to a different audience. As you know, I look at it this way: WWE is kind of like Walmart. It's a one-stop shop. You get everything there. You get everything. You know, you'll get good wrestling, you get entertainment, and all sorts of stuff. NXT caters to the, let's say, the hardcore wrestling fan, and that's why it's working, I think. And Samoa Joe would be a perfect fit, and it would be a perfect transition into WWE for him. I think it's time for guys like him to actually make a move.
So what are your thoughts on NXT going on the road and becoming kind of its own separate brand? Because apparently they're going to the old ECW arena.
Yeah, I actually like that. It's almost like they're creating a competition amongst themselves. You know, an alternative brand that they're putting out there because they know the value. Especially independent wrestling today, there's so much good talent out there, there's so many good promotions that it's only natural for them to compete against them. They're creating their own competition because there's really nobody else on that higher level to compete with them, you know, as much as TNA tries, and their product is getting better. Don't get me wrong, I watched it on Friday night, I enjoyed it. You know, ROH, obviously we know about ROH. but they're not at that level where they can compete with the WWE yet. NXT is almost like going to compete with ROH and PWG and Smash. So I like it.
The champion did wrestle here before, so we have some. Okay, so does anybody have anything they want to ask Jimmy, like themselves, or any questions your own? That's what we're here about.
The Chris Dickinson match with Kimberly. What did you think about that?
I'm kind of like on two schools of thought here. I understand that if two people agree to a certain level of participation in a match, it should be fine. I just, maybe I'm just an old fart with an old mentality. I think it was like overkill, if you know what I mean, as far as the man on woman stuff goes, in my opinion. Well, regardless of whether they both agreed to do what they did, I just thought it was not very much.
See, that's interesting because I think I'm a little bit the same way. Only like I get it, and Kimberly's fantastic. Before she's here tonight, Kimberly's here.
Yep.
Fantastic. And I get that there's an awesome stigma that's moving where women don't just compete against women; they can compete against the males. But I think that at some point, like for me, it was uncomfortable. But it's one of those things. If it's uncomfortable, then go ahead.
Well, that's true. You have the choice to watch or not watch. It just, in my opinion, there's a way to get heat on a woman without having to go to those extremes.
Cool. Next, Jimmy and Jimmy talk.
If Samoa Joe does get to NXT, how big a match do you think it'll be if he went against Kevin Owens, aka Kevin Stevens?
There you go. Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe. How big?
Of course, it'd be huge, but I'd be surprised if they moved Samoa Joe as quickly as they moved Kevin Owens to the top of the card. I think that's something they could build over time. It doesn't have to be rushed. They should take their time with that one, as opposed to how Kevin Owens came in and won the NXT title very quickly. Because there's legs on that thing, and especially if they're going to go on the road, there is a rivalry or a feud that you can take on the road and draw some money with.
Absolutely, that's a fantastic point. Alex.
I'd like to talk about the Discord. Like, I wonder why NXT is just being booked so strong and so tight when the main product is just so out of touch with its fan base and what fans want.
Okay, so the question was, why is NXT being booked so strong, but the main roster product seems a little bit out of touch?
Like I said, they're catering to two different audiences. The biggest thing, though, is NXT is a 1 hour show every week as opposed to 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown. You got main event, you've got superstars. There's just so much TV to write that it's crazy, and you're trying to fit as much into those 7 hours or whatever it is, whereas NXT is 1 hour of a tight package that just focuses mostly on in-ring action. And again, like I said before, NXT does cater to a different audience. It's catering more to the hardcore fan, to the die-hard fan, as opposed to, the main product, which is catering to a wider audience, to a broader audience, trying to attract casual fans, which is where, a big company, a big corporation, that's where your money is. With big sponsorship and big and casual fans.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's interesting that they do this brand that caters to the wrestling fan, but it's still not entirely the wrestling fan's product. Like, it's still sports entertainment, I think. Yeah. But it does definitely cater to like the mid-range audience, I think, and it's a little bit different that way.
Yeah, and what they do is, because now that the WWE has embraced the indie wrestling community, have signed a lot of talents from indie wrestling. Of course, the internet fans who are familiar with these people are. Well, aren't you an internet fan?
I'm a fan of the internet.
I have the internet too. Again, catering to a certain audience. These people, the fans are familiar with these guys, so that's why they're getting over. And to get off topic for a second, it seems to be the main reason why, and I'm going to throw it out there, the fella in the main event of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, is getting a lot of heat from a certain segment of the audience, is because he didn't come up in the indies, and he didn't come up the so-called hard way. So I think there's a resentment to him out of the gate without even giving him a chance to succeed. So, you know what? I'm saying, is he ready? Is he not ready? We won't know until WrestleMania to find out against Brock Lesnar whether he's going to be ready or not. But at least give him a chance before you start crapping on him. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I want to thank you guys, first of all, for participating in that. I know it wasn't as long as we'd like. If you know anything about Alan, he'll make a gesture to you and tell you you're over time. Yeah, boo, Alan.
Oh, wow.
So we have stuff coming up next. I want to talk a little bit for a second. We have a very important press event that is going to happen in, what time is it? What time, anyone? 3 o'clock? In 20 minutes. And you're going to want to stick around for that because not only do we have a whole bunch of news about upcoming events and stuff, we're going to reveal the entrance into our gold tournament this year, which actually takes place on the Sunday after the 2 big Ring of Honor shows here in town. So if you're traveling, the gold tournament's on Sunday, and trust me, when you see the entrance of this gold tournament, you will not see them anywhere else that weekend. You will only see them in Smash Wrestling, and I'm super excited for some of these entrants. It's going to be fantastic. Well, you'll be here.
Hey, hope I'm booked, Gary.
I hope you're booked. We'll see. So also, and we have our biggest reveal ever about the future of Smash Wrestling, which is really going to change the way you perceive this company, the way you enjoy this company. And I'm more than excited to share with you guys in just under 20 minutes.
Hey, just let him know it's not a Dixie Carter.
Oh yeah, it's not a Dixie. What was the Dixie Carter reveal?
Any one of them, pick one.
It's not the type of Dixie Carter reveal.
No, the huge news. They always say, this is actual real news.
Yeah, what was that? Claire Lynch. It won't be Claire Lynch.
Yes, exactly. What do we do now?
My habits out of control. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. My heart's ready to go. Tell that reaper I paid that toll. I'm going in.
Mr. David.
We've been talking a lot about other promotions today. I know that Jimmy's had a lot of time in a lot of different promotions. I want to know from his mouth who he thinks the biggest prospect in Smash Wrestling right now is.
Good question. So we talked a little bit about other promotions. He wants to know who the biggest prospect in Smash Wrestling is right now that might move on into the future.
That is a really tough question because here at Smash Wrestling there's a lot of top talent, but if you're going to put me on the spot right now, other than Tyson Dukes, who is, in my mind, the one guy who just should be. He is a contender. To me, he's the top guy in Ontario, if not in Canada. Looking at someone up and coming, man, that's a tough call. I like Josh Alexander a lot. Yeah, he was on Ring of Honor this weekend in Chicago in PWG debut. I see big things for Josh. And a guy who doesn't have the traditional wrestling look. For a guy his size and the way he moves, and John Reed.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, well, he's got a different look from everybody else. He's not that cookie cutter wrestling guy that you see come out of certain. And yeah, was it?
Yeah, you had a match on Ring of Honor.
Oh wow! Well, apparently had a match on Ring of Honor as well. So good for Reed. See, yeah, those are the 2 guys that really stand out, other than Tyson Dukes, because Tyson Dukes is my guy. Oh, what can I say? I'm a Tyson Dukes guy. Plus I can do the dance that I want.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, Alan, I'll wait for time. Oh, we need the mic. Alan's gonna talk.
It's right now.
Brett Strong, Lisa Vino, Alex DeWitt, Michael Beard Kostecki, Nadine Farron, and Jimmy Corderas. From Machino Music comes High Speed Flamingo.
Getting yo. Getting, yo.